The actual spectrum is only evaluated for k equal to 0, which gives you w omega y by d. The remaining spectrum for k equal to 1, 2 up to d minus 1 is nothing but it is the repetition of the original spectrum, and we avoid those repetition by using the filter. So we are already using the common filter for decimation also, and because of that common filter that we are using, I can ignore all the spectrum for the values of k starting from 1 up to d minus 1. So I will only evaluate this for k equal to 0, simply assuming that no aliasing is taking place. So for k equal to 0, y of omega y will be equal to 1 by d. If I put k equal to 0, it is w of omega y by d. So this is what we get, and remaining spectrum will not be occurring because we only consider one spectrum, which represents the actual spectrum due to the decimation. And you can see that decimation is nothing but compression of the signal in time domain, and in frequency domain it expands the signal, and that's how we have omega y by d notation in the form of frequency. So finally my y of omega becomes, now let us substitute w. W is nothing but this whole thing. So first w is equal to I, which is a constant, and into x. But here we want w of omega y by d. Now what will be w of omega y by d? So it will be nothing but x of omega y by d into I, because wherever we have omega v, we are replacing it with omega y by d. So it will become x of omega y by d into I, because this I is already there, and this 1 by d will multiply in front of x in the form of I by d. Now see, we are now suddenly writing expression with respect to omega y. Now this was written with respect to omega v. This range was for omega v, and now we are writing the range for omega y. So you have to remember the relationship between them. Omega y, which is output of decimator block, will be nothing but d times omega v. Omega v is frequency corresponding to the sampling rate at the input of the decimator. So considering this expression, if I replace omega v with respect to omega y, I'll have to multiply everything by d, because omega v is omega y by d. So omega v is omega y by d. So when I write expression with respect to omega y, I'll have to multiply omega v with d. So if I multiply throughout by d, I'll get omega y here, and this will become minimum of, multiplying by d will give me pi by d into d will be pi, comma, pi by I into d, and it will be 0 elsewhere. So that's the final expression we were looking for. And see, the reason we have taken frequency spectrum of the filter as capital I and not 1 is just to have the dependence of the whole expression on I also. 1 by d is going to appear here from the decimation process. We wanted I also to be there, and that's the reason we had taken frequency response of the filter as I and not 1, so that it's uniform, it looks uniform. We have I by d outside, and it is x of omega y I by d again. So that's the final expression of output y in the form of input text. So to summarize everything, you can see that we have omega y being divided by d and multiplied by I. This simply means that frequency will be compressed by I and expanded by d, so that the sampling rate conversion takes place by I by d. And this I by d is just a scaling factor that appears in the form of magnitude.